everybody? Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard here with my buddy Koricon.
I'm wearing a lot of crap on my face.
You are wearing a lot of crap on your face.
I'm Nightwing, Clark Kent, Dick Tracy in Breaking Bad. I'm the ultimate crossover. Just put me in any movie and I will fit.
It'll fit in there somewhere.
It'll fit in somewhere.
So we're going to do a cool thing. Over the years, I have amassed a fair amount of really bad comic movies that are either unreleased or TV movies or unreleased TV movies or just a lot of random, you probably never even knew they made these kind of movies. So I got them all in my wizard hat.
Now these are
This is the
one-off
sorting hat.
These are one-off pilots for TV shows.
A lot of them are. Some are actual movies.
Oh,
But they were either not released or they were just made for TV movies.
okay. So like 5 people saw them on Thursday night one day.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, I've got my sorting hat. And
Gryffindor.
All right, pick one.
The Flash 1991.
The Flash 1991. So this one is a TV pilot. It's the pilot for the 1990 Flash TV show.
I actually love that show.
All right, so we're going to watch it again just to do a quick refresher.
I don't remember the pilot. The last time I watched those shows was back in the 90s. I think I watched a couple of episodes when the new Flash came out.
Yeah.
I wanted to like get up on what was going on, and then when they announced that Mark Hamill would be coming back as Trickster,
Yeah.
I went and watched the old episode of him as Trickster. Not Mark Hamill. I just love Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it's great. All right, so we're going to watch this real quick, and we're going to come back and give you a full review. All right, just got done watching the Flash pilot from 1991.
Ooh, 90s.
Yes.
You gotta love it, 90s.
So much 90s cheese in it.
Yeah, but I did like Danny Elfman's music.
Yeah, back in this one really wanted to be 89 Batman.
Yeah, and did Dick Tracy come out after this? Or
I think
before?
it was before. It might have been right around the same time.
Around the same time, but Danny Elfman did that too. I mean,
Yep.
all of those had the same feel.
Yeah, Batman 89 blew up so big, everyone just wanted to do that.
Right, and Darkman.
Yeah.
I don't know when Darkman came out. It was around that time.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But all of them had the same tone.
The same kind of gothic tone. Of course, Danny Elfman's music is pretty recognizable, so it gives it that same feel.
Yeah.
But this one even kind of copied the Batman suit in a way. Although it wasn't the hard rubber, it like accentuated his physique.
I was saying it looked like felt.
Yeah.
It was almost like hard felt.
That's weird.
Lots of abs.
Yeah. Yeah, this Flash is very big, like very beefy.
Yeah, he's a bulky. I mean, no wonder he kept almost passing out throughout the show.
So the general story of this, I guess, follows the comics pretty close. Barry Allen, a forensics scientist, gets struck with lightning and falls into a batch of science and becomes the Flash. In this version, they're following, there's a biker gang terrorizing Central City called the Night Riders, I believe is what it was.
Yeah, it was run by the guy who used to be a cop.
Yeah.
His brother's old partner.
Yeah. It wasn't Kit from Knight Rider, though.
No, it wasn't.
And, so his brother is set as a part of a task force to stop these guys and is killed in the process, and Barry's out for revenge.
But they were really, really heavy on the foreshadowing that the brother would die.
Yeah, it was very much the 90s. It's like, this guy's so awesome and everybody loves him. There's no way he could die.
No, it's impossible. Their relationship is too strong.
Yeah.
I also liked the guy in the gang that had been skimming money, and he saved up after a few weeks $300 whole to skip town. I'm like, are you skimming like $20 off per job per night or something?
Yeah. We're gonna skip town with $300.
And he ran it through a inflation thing, and it said it would be worth like $520.
Yeah, you're still not running away on $500.
No. You can rent a car for a couple of nights. That's about it. Maybe a bus ticket.
So you can definitely tell it had the budget of a TV show, but it wanted to be a movie.
But you know what? I'm going to call out and say that you're a bastard, because now I feel like I have to go watch the rest of the episodes. I'm probably going to end up doing some kind of marathon at some point just to get all the episodes done with now. But if you guys are watching the new Flash, they've brought back a lot of these actors and characters from these 2 seasons for the new one. Like this Barry Allen is Barry Allen's father.
Yep.
The lady that runs Star Labs, she runs the opposing lab to Star Labs.
Mercury Labs.
And I think that was it.
And
Mark Hamill for Trickster.
Mark Hamill pops in later in the season, not in the pilot that we just watched, as a Trickster, but he comes back. Some of the same tropes are there too, where the lady running Star Labs' husband died, which that happens in season 1.
You have the funny side character who's just like the same guy that's in the new show.
Yeah, there's a token black guy in this one, and I guess Cisco can kind of be counted as the token black or token
ethnic person.
Ethnic guy, yeah. But he doesn't work at Star Labs as much in this one, much as the new.
Later on, didn't he find out about it and he ended up like helping?
Yeah.
So he's like the same kind of character.
Yep. And it's a lot of the same. Like he gets the red suit because it's a friction-proof suit that they've been working on.
Right.
Although in the new show it was a fireman's outfit that's supposed to withstand heat that they've modified.
Which makes sense because they have the whole lightning thing with the new Flash.
Yep.
They just have the red streak in this one. There's no lightning stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the effects are very limited for the time.
Right.
There's times where like it's just sped up versions of him doing this.
Well, I like his surprisingly slow punch.
Yeah, he's very bad at pulling punches. So they're very stage punchy. That was kind of cheesy. The dialogue was 90s cheese. But overall, this isn't terrible.
No, it's one of those things, especially if you have, like, I saw it when I was, a kid, teenager. So for me, I have nostalgia goggles on it.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching those episodes when they were coming out. I think I was like 12 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so 12 or 13, I was 13. So I have huge nostalgia goggles on it because every time I hear just the music, Danny Elfman's music, I'm like, yeah, the Flash.
Funny thing is, me and Doug Alicious from my unboxing episodes talk about this, is that we were so young when this came out, and it went to obscurity very quickly after the first season.
Yeah, it was only, they only did like 2 seasons, right?
I think it's just the 1 season.
Just the 1 season.
And then no one thought about it or talked about it for a long time since. And so me and Doug had the same experience of like, we know we saw this Flash show at some point, but everyone just thinks we're crazy. Like that wasn't around. But we're like, no, there was a Flash TV show.
Was it Gone in a Flash?
It was Gone in a Flash.
See, I remember it. I remember all of the promos. I remember being excited that the show was coming out. We had just gotten off Batman, and I liked, I liked Dick Tracy, and so Danny Elfman's music, and I was excited for the show. And I remember sitting down once a week and watching it. And then when the second season didn't show up, I was confused.
Yeah.
I was like, why didn't they bring it back? I love the show.
Yeah, with the lack of internet at the time, you really didn't get a lot of forewarning that a show got canceled.
No, and I didn't really get to see it again until years later.
Yeah, it finally came out on DVD. I want to say in like 2010, somewhere around there, maybe a little earlier.
Well, I think around the early 2000s, I ended up downloading them.
Yeah.
But it took forever. I mean, that's like Napster days.
Yeah.
Where like, I downloaded an episode, it would take a day.
Yeah. Yeah, now if you want to see them, they are readily available on DVD, and every once in a while, I think it pops up on Netflix.
Yeah, and you can stream it on some other sites.
Yeah, if you want to get it legally.
They even have it full. I think they have full episodes on like YouTube and places like Daily Motion.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can stream torrents of it
Yeah.
pretty easily.
I'd say if you watch the pilot and you don't care for it, you probably won't care for the rest of the season.
Now, the
It's
pilot
pretty
is
standard.
cheesier than the rest of the show. I think.
Yeah. Well, I think they wanted to frame it as a movie just in case they couldn't do the rest, kind of thing.
Right.
Because that was an early thing they used to do a lot, where they do a TV movie, but would have enough opening to where they can continue it if it took off. And this one did take off enough, at least, to get one season.
Yeah.
But the rest of the season was very hindered by budget because they didn't have any other superheroes or even metahumans. The only comic book character was the Trickster.
And that wasn't until like the last couple of episodes.
Yeah.
The last episode or something like that.
Yeah, he came up way later. The rest, it's just kind of gangsters. Whatever you can do without needing an effects budget to do it, kind of thing.
Yeah, regular bad guys that you didn't really care much about.
But it definitely centered around Barry a lot. But yeah, they're enjoyable, and this movie, I guess you can call it in general, is still enjoyable and not laughably bad. Not quite there yet.
Nah.
But it's kind of fun to look at if you haven't seen it, and you have seen the first season of the Flash TV show, the current one. It's kind of fun to look back at, like, this is what we had.
Well, that, and also if you are a fan of the new show, you want to see what they're referencing.
Yeah.
Because they referenced this show a lot.
Yeah, they played a lot of homage to this show. Like, they wanted to make sure, like, they knew this existed first, and, wanted to give those nods to the big fans. And
I think they wanted to grab, my demographic.
Yeah.
Not just the young audience, but be like, hey, we respect that one season that you guys liked when you were 13.
Yeah, they didn't just want to, like, ignore it and pretend it didn't exist. They wanted to put it out there.
Well, and they did this same kind of thing with other shows, like bringing in. I think that like the whole thing started with like Smallville, where they would bring in actors from nostalgic shows that I remember as a kid, like his father being the Dukes of Hazzard guy, and so they would bring in actors from the 80s and 90s TV shows and put them in as parents or older figures in the new shows, to kind of get some of that crossover.
Yeah, well, they're doing some of that with Supergirl now, too. I don't know if they've done it yet, but I heard they're going to have Dean Cain in there at some point. Yeah.
Dean Cain plays... I've been watching Supergirl. So Dean Cain plays his Kara's adoptive father.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've seen it. I'm just... I'm behind. But, they brought Dean Cain in, who was Lois and Clark, the TV show.
Kind of the drama version of Superman. the Friends version.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're unaware of that, if you're that young and you don't know Lois and Clark, man, that's a weird show.
YouTube that.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch full episodes. Just YouTube a couple of things. You'll get the idea. But they did like 4 or 5 seasons.
That went for a while. Everything with Superman tends to kind of go for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he's just so easily like recognizable as a superhero.
And you can do a lot with the character.
Yeah.
You can throw him in any situation, really.
Yeah. Well, if you want a lot of interaction between how he's Superman and Clark, Lois and Clark, I think, explored that the most out of any version of
That's true. I think
Superman.
Yeah, he wasn't. They had the moment where he would put on the super. He would be Superman for like one part every episode.
Yeah, it was almost like the 70s Hulk, where
Right.
he'd be Bruce Banner until like the end, where he needed to be the Hulk, and then he'd be the Hulk.
Dude, when I was a kid, Hulk was awesome. Like, every time he started getting beat up and then would rage, I was so happy.
I guess you get the trial of the Incredible Hulk as one of my movies in the hat.
Dude, I love that show. I still love that show. Because they always have that moment where he's like, and then he opens his eyes and they're green, and you're like, yeah, he's about to kick some ass!
But yeah, let's see. So would you call this hilariously bad, normal bad, alright, or super awesome? We'll do this. That'll be the scale for this show.
I would put it as all right.
Yeah. I think so too, yeah.
But my nostalgia goggles may put it higher than what it probably really is.
Yeah, it's alright. I'd say it's worth a check out if you want to see what we were, because we got so many comic shows now and that are really good. See what we were saddled with in the 90s. It's not that it's bad, but like...
Well, and at the time,
compared
you got to remember, there were only 2 good comic book movies. You
Yeah.
had Superman from the 70s and then Batman in 89. That was it.
Yeah.
Everything in between was like Captain America 1 and 2,
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren's Punisher, which was okay until the ninjas came out. But those were like the extent of our comic books.
But yeah, so the Flash 1991. It's all right. It holds up pretty good. You have to give it some leeway for the time it was out.
Yeah, Danny Elfman's music does elevate it a bit.
Yeah, and I think the overall look of everything. I like the look of his suit, even though he's beefy.
Right,
Like,
it's very
it's-
beefy. Well, and the look of the city is very Dark Man.
Yeah, it's got that gothic kind of just dark city
Dark
look.
City, Dark Man, Batman.
So yeah, if you liked '89 Batman, and you want to see if the Flash were to exist in that universe,
This would be
this is it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I'm Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard. This is Koricon Nala, and until next time, hold on to your hold slots.
Woo!